Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Honey Apple Farm. Today's adventure is making up a new batch of face scrub. So I started getting a little bit into home, I guess you call them home bath products, spring of 2021. And I had already been using an essential oil blend on my face thanks to a friend of mine from my home chorus. Thank you, Amy. But I wanted to do a little bit more with my face, and so I got Rosemary Gladstar's book out of the library, and then I bought a copy of it. I think it's called Herbalism Essentials or something like that. I'll put a picture up on the screen. And so hers is a 4-step process. I'm not doing the steam bath, but I do use this homemade face scrub morning in the shower and evening before I go to bed. And then once a week, I also do the mud mask, and I'm also using the essential oil blend at night. And I also am using her recipe for homemade hand lotion, which I will probably show in another video. So the recipe is the base, which is over here in the tub, and then rosewater and honey. I will put as I said, a link to the book in the description if you'd like to do it. I like to support makers. I like to support the work that they've done. So I'm not going to give the exact recipe. If you'd like to check out the book, as I said, it was in my library. Rosemary Gladstar is a huge name in the world of herbal products, so it's quite likely that your library has a copy. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the base, which is white clay, ground almonds, and ground lavender, and mix it with some rosewater and some honey in these lovely repurposed Noosa containers because they're just the right size, and you know, they were free. And I will show you what they all look like, and then so I'll put all of them in, mix them together, and I will show you what it looks like pre-mixing. One of the things that makes this recipe really easy was a tip that I read on the internet a while ago, might have been a YouTube channel, to coat your measuring cup in a little bit of olive oil if you're going to be doing something viscously sticky like honey or maple syrup. And look at that, instead of having maple honey everywhere, there's just a wee bit left, and it's harder to see here, but again, there's just a wee bit left. So cool. Okay, here are my 2 batches ready to mix, so I'm going to get to mixing and I will show you what it looks like when we're done. So here's what the first one looks like when it's mixed. The instructions say that it should be about the texture of oatmeal. I have found I actually like to leave it a little bit more wet in the beginning because it will dry out over the course of the next week and a half or so a little bit, and having it more wet actually makes it easier to get on my face. So this is number 2. Let me see if I can hold, I don't know if I can do this one-handed without holding the container. So the thing with mixing this is that it's going to look like there's just not enough liquid in here as you keep mixing it around and around. And then eventually, when you've dug up all the mixture and mixed it all around, it will turn out perfectly. Okay, I need to hold this with 2 hands, so I will come back to you when this one is done. Okay, so there's number 2 done. A couple of notes if you're going to make this. I definitely had to put a little bit more of the base in here because it was too runny. Not so with this one, I think, because this is the one I might have used a little bit less honey in. And then I just used extra, I think this is a 1/4 teaspoon and a 1/2 teaspoon measuring, both for stirring and because this is what I use to then take it out. And I just use this like soap, so I use it scrubbed around on my face. It feels really good. It's all natural, so I really love it. And I do actually intend at some point this winter to carve a couple of small spoons so that I can reclaim these to the baking door. But that's it. So this will keep me for about 2 weeks or so, and it looks like my base is almost gone, so I'm going to need to make some more base here at some point in the near future. So I may take you along on that adventure. So thanks for coming along with me. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. Again, I'm not an expert at this, but I have been using it for a year and a half, and I have found it to be quite delightful. So if you have questions, let me know. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye-bye.